Friday shall I start that again? Good morning. I'm back at Silver Hill at the ponds. And just behind me there, can you see those geese? With their little goslings. I just got in the water as I got my camera out of my pocket. Just give a minute. Just watch these go by, look. Hey? I'll talk to you in a minute about what I was going to talk to you about. I'll see them. There you are. That's me getting my camera all about the place there. Good morning. Good morning. Now I'm going to get out of their way because they're obviously doing whatever they want to do and they don't want a human in the way. And a nice way to start the thing off, eh? Little geese. They do it for themselves, don't they? Eh? They don't worry about people. In fact, if I'd have stayed there too long, what with them being babies there, they might have made short shrift of my good leg. Because they can be very protective, you know, geese. I once knew a train driver who kept geese as guard dogs, he did, at his house in Kent. So, do it yourself. That's today's little thing. Do it yourself. How do we do it for ourselves? I'm talking about mental health. Your well-being, your mindfulness, if you want to call it that. I don't like that word particularly because it smacks of holding your fingers all funny and doing complicated breathing patterns. And that's a bit too much like religion, and I'm not really into being told what to do. I'm not into telling people what to do. But I am into helping you with what I've found that works. And I am into listening to people that have cracked it, if you like, that are managing, to find out what makes them tick, how they've made it work for themselves. So I have talked to you about breathing, and it's not really complicated. I will do a thing on it. It's going to take a bit of thinking about. I will do a thing on it at some point. But you just breathe, fill your lungs up, empty your lungs, think about nothing else. Everything else on top of that is people trying to be one up cleverer than you. So that's all it is. Just focus, concentrate. I've said all these words many, many times on here. What about the rest of it, eh? Well, I'll give you an example. My wife was, until very recently, a Slimming World consultant. And her job, if you like, was to help people with their weight loss. She showed them what the program was, what foods were good for you and what foods were not good for you. There's nothing you can and can't eat. You eat, you pay the consequences. That's the way it goes. You drink, you get drunk. That's the way it goes. You overeat, you put weight on. That's the way it goes. But the point of saying this to you today about DIY was, I met people, I was a member of this group, and I met people over the course of our time who, for one reason or another, thought that the consultant had to lose the weight for them, you see. They would eat off plan all week, and then they would come to weigh in and be disappointed that they'd put weight on, or not lost as much as they thought, or whatever. And it was the consultant's fault. Not all of them by any stretch, very small minority, but they existed, and they exist in almost every Slimming World group. The people that expect other people to do it for them. You've got to do it for yourself. Now I lost 5 stone altogether. Went from 14 stone down to 9. That's 5 stone. That's a third of my body mass, a third of my body weight. I've done that for myself. Of course I had help. I had help, guidance, and I followed the help, and I took the guidance. But I lost the weight. Do you get me? You understand me? And you can all do the same when it comes to mental health. Every one of us. My first 2 lots of counselling, 2001, 2002, I had the approach that I would just go to these appointments, that the psychiatrist would talk to me, would say magic words to me about the accident and how I lost my leg, and after that session I would come out of there and the psychiatrist has fixed me. Nonsense, Ed, nonsense. Of course the psychiatrist can't fix me. So no surprise, at the end of each session, the one in 2001 and the one a year later in 2002, went to all these sessions, months of my life altogether. And what result did it have? Absolutely none. I was still cross, I was still PTSD triggered every single day, trying to do it all for myself, without listening to the advice, which does not work. Does not work. You've got to do it for yourself, but you've got to do what works. Now, my last psychologist, Stephanie Newman Counselling. If you're in any trouble, mentally, psychologically, I could heartily recommend this lady, because what she does, she probably wouldn't say it in these exact words, but she can't walk the journey for you, but she will hold your hand every step of the way. That's almost exactly what she said to me once. She can't take the trip for me, I've got to do it myself, but she will hold my hand and show me the way. And when I finished with my last lot of counselling with Stephanie, she said, she is no longer my counsellor. We're done. That's the end of the sessions. I chose to end it because I felt like I was strong enough to do it on my own now. I could pedal on my own. I didn't need her engine. She's no longer my counsellor. No, sorry, the other way around. I am no longer her client. Let's get this right. I'm no longer her client. But she will always be my counsellor. So if I want to pick the phone up, if at any point this lockdown gets to me, life gets to me, I can always book some more sessions. And it's the security of having that in the background that gives me that little edge. That means I don't need to pick up the phone. You see, do it yourself. Sometimes, I've said a lot on these videos about having a bad night, you know. And when I'm talking to you on these videos, it means I've beaten it, don't it? There's only one night out of the 43 so far, 43, 44, whatever it is. Only one night when I've got up in the morning and just could not do it. Every other day, I've managed to beat it. Hello, mate. I'm getting said hello to by a dog here. Yeah. Hello, 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 big fella. Hello. Great big bouncy thing. Good morning. He's off to play with the ducks and keeps in the pond. Look. Hang on, where is he? There he is. Bouncy flouncy dog. There he is. It's nice being in the countryside, isn't it? Hey? If that was in the city, that dog would probably come up and bloody bite me or something. No, I mustn't talk like that. I mustn't talk like that. But no, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. I am here and I am available, and if you want me to share my experience with you, if you want me to listen to you, I will do that all day long. But I can't fix anybody. I'm what you might call a completely unlicensed counsellor. Right? I'm not inexperienced. And as experience goes a long, long way, I've decided I'm going to take it. And if I can help anybody with it, I will. But the same as my last counsellor, Stephanie, said to me, I can't do it for you, but I can hold your hand. And every day I am in Messenger with a few people. A few people message me, we message back and forth, and we help each other. We're like a self-help group, self-preservation society. The Black Dog Riders, the motorcycle mental health group that I'm in, we help each other every day. There's a lot of people on there, boys and girls, really not well. Really not well sometimes, but we're managing. We're doing it for ourselves. We're doing what we can. And we've got each other. So, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Fix yourself. Reach out and if you need a kickstart to get going, like I did with the last lot of counselling I had, then by all means do that. I've mentioned Stephanie. I will put her link at the bottom. She does telephone therapy sessions. I dare say she does video calls. I don't know, I've not tested it. But contact her. She's excellent. She will get back to you within the day, if you need that. But if you can, most people don't actually need to go and see a counsellor, because like I said earlier, a counsellor can't fix you. They can just put the tools in the box, ready for you to pick up the right tool for the right job. So I hope you all manage. I hope you're having a better day than yesterday. Whatever yesterday was, I hope today's a better one. Because if we go on through life like that, it'll be good in 6 months' time, won't it? Eh? Aren't we all going to be a lot further down the road? If all our todays are all a little bit better than all our yesterdays, then we can look forward to our tomorrows. That sounded philosophical. I'm sorry about that. I don't try and sound philosophical. Just try and be genuine. But that's me. I'm done. I'm going to carry on with my day. It's got to be getting on towards 7 o'clock now, I imagine. Can't tell by the sky because it's very cloudy this morning. But it's not raining. Always look on the bright side of life, Brian. See you later. Oh, I love you all. Tell somebody you love them today. Pass it on down the line. Let's all help each other. Ta-da.